Welcome to Redline's Business Performance Tips. In this episode, we're discussing how to create meeting rhythm in your business. I want to start today's topic with a question for you. When was the last time you had a really good meeting? Now, just to be clear, when I say a good meeting, I mean one that began and ended on time. One that stuck to an agenda. One in which people actively participated. A meeting that energized participants. A meeting filled with great conversation and ended with a specific plans for action. From my experience in working with all types of small businesses, these meetings are few and far between. And that's being nice. Most of the time they just plain stink. Most of the time the employees of these small businesses just dread the thought of them. Sometimes these meetings are called in moments' notice. Others are regularly scheduled. But more often than not, those being asked to attend have absolutely no clue as to what the purpose of the meeting. These dreaded meetings often tend to be a hodgepodge list of items the business owner feels needs to be addressed. They tend to be boring, unengaging, uninspiring, and they tend to be ineffective, doing very little to build more success in the business. So the paradox is, on one hand, meetings are critical, but on the other, meetings can be oh so painful. So the good news here is this. There's nothing inherently bad about having meetings, except possibly the way they are being run. Listen, if you're running a boring, ineffective meeting, it's time to rethink the way you run your meetings. So to start you on the path to having more effective meetings, I want to stamp these two words into your mind. Meeting rhythm. Meetings are meant to communicate important messages to your team. And these messages need to be repeated often. So you need to incorporate a rhythm and routine of having regular meetings. But I'm not talking about those dreaded hodgepodge, unstructured type of meetings. I'm talking about short, punchy meetings with structure and time limits and a very specific agenda. So here are 3 types of meetings that most small businesses can quickly make part of their meeting rhythm. Number 1, daily huddles. This is a 5 to 10 minute meeting, usually standing up. It clarifies priorities for the day, ensures nothing falls through the cracks, and it synchronizes schedules. Just be sure you resist the urge to problem solving during the huddle. Number 2 is the weekly tactical meetings. This is a 45 to 90 minute meeting where issues of immediate concern are resolved, objectives are clarified and measured, and obstacles are identified. This meeting focuses primarily on workflow and accountability. And number 3, the monthly strategic meetings. This is a 2 to 3 hour meeting where critical issues affecting the business are discussed and strategies are defined to improve the business. This meeting focuses on good ideas and putting them into action. So here's the deal. The fact that you can have too many meetings is a myth. The real challenge is how you structure meetings to keep them effective and then sticking with them and building meeting rhythm into the DNA of your business. Once you've mastered meeting rhythm, you'll find your meetings will actually be time savers. Not only that, they will accelerate decision making, they're going to reduce the need to revisit the same issue over and over, and they're going to improve communications and accountability between team members and departments. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next Redline Business Performance Tip. Until then, put the pedal to the metal and rev up your business.